News You Need. News You Need is a look at current events and how they affect the college community and beyond. And now here's the host of News You Need, Dr. Ed Simpson.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting edition of News You Need. This is the program where we talk with the absolute best human beings in the whole world, which is our USM students. And we have another great group with us today. But first, why are we here? What is this show all about? Well, this show is about looking at the issues in the news that are confronting our society. And the reason we care is that as citizens and residents of our communities, we need to help make those decisions and deal with those issues. And the single best way to know that is to consume the news, however you get it. But you should know what's going on, and that's where we get it from, is the news. That's why we're here. So that's why we call it News You Need. So let's get going here. Let's introduce ourselves. Perhaps give us your name, maybe what rank you are, maybe your hometown, and what group you're with. Ty, you want to start?
Sure. So my name is Ty Burridge. I'm a senior here. I'm from Meridian, Mississippi, and I'm here for Men of Excellence today.
We'll talk about that. Men of Excellence.
So Men of Excellence.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's introduce you.
So my name's Brianna Connor. I'm a senior, graduating in May. I'm a pre-law major with a minor in business from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm here representing Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, excellent. And pre-law. So do you want to go to law school?
I do, but it's not looking that way right now.
Really? Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure it'll turn around for you. That's okay. Lots of opportunity to go to law school, so that's great. Okay, so Ty, what is Men of Excellence? What's that all about?
So Men of Excellence is an organization here on the USM campus. It's a community service organization. We're based in the IME space in the hub. So we just have like different community service events. We have different events around campus to help give back to our community, but also the students here also. So we host like different events. One of our most popular events is like the Night of Excellence. So we give out awards to like different community members, students who have been shown excelled in their student activities, student life, whatever they do, whatever organization they're in. We just like to honor those students that are going above and beyond. So that's one of the events that we have that we're very proud of. We do have Mox Week coming up, the 21st through the 28th. So we have that for a week every spring semester. So we just have like different events coming up.
Well, what is that? What is it? Mock Week?
Mox Week.
Mox.
So Men of Excellence Week.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay. So, and you just have different events every day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Sunday, I know we have praise and worship. So we're all going to go to West Point Baptist Church. And later that afternoon, I want to say at 3-ish, we have our MIT inductions. So that's for our new MOX members coming in. We're going to have inductions for them. It's going to be here in the Thad Cochran in the ballroom. So that's a good, really big event to come celebrate our new members. I know Monday we have a Black Student Leadership Panel. So it's different leaders from different organizations on campus where people just come ask them questions about how hard is leadership, being a president of an organization while still struggling with school and different life things,
Right.
Tuesday, we have a profit share with canes. So you guys come out, get some canes, tell them that you're here for Men of Excellence. And later that afternoon, we have a flag football tournament also. It's going to be at the Pride Intramural Field right in front of the Payne Center. I know Wednesday is our Night of Excellence, so that's one of the big events that I talked about. It's going to be in the Thad Cochran Ballroom at 5 p.m. It's going to be like a lot of awards given, again, to like students and faculty members, community members. We just have different events. Thursday, y'all can come out and splash a member of MOX. It's going to be like $1. So if y'all know any MOX members that you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Splash them. Come out and splash them. Gotcha.
And Friday, we're doing volunteers, so.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Busy time of the semester.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell me about your group. What are you all into? What's going on? What are you all about?
So Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, we're a D9 sorority. We're part of the National Pan-Atlantic Council. We were founded November 12, 1922 on the campus of Butler University and chartered on this campus April 28, 1978. We're all about sisterhood, scholarship, and service, serving the community, making sure the community is good. And we do a lot of things with our grad chapter. We have health fairs. We have big book bag operation. We have a lot of national services that we do for the community. And also we have SG Road Week coming up the 21st through the 26th.
Okay. What's that all about? What do you do there?
SG Road Week is a week dedicated to our charter week. So when we were founded April 28th, we host events for the whole week in order to celebrate our charter week.
Oh, very cool. Okay. So, well, two great organizations. Thank you both for being here. So what are our USM students talking about? What's news this week to our USM students? What's big? What's happening?
This week they've been talking about the meal plans.
Yeah, so I am completely and totally ignorant of our meal plans. As a 1.9 billion year old professor, I don't know anything about it. So tell me, what's the chatter? What are our students, are they upset? Are they happy? What's going on with the meal plans?
I know they're upset. I think it's more, doesn't it? It has something to do with like bonus bucks or like, I think it's like no matter what meal plan you have, because like now it's like meals plans, like you can choose between which meal plan, and like
Right.
you get a certain amount of like bonus bucks. So like I think the highest one you get like $500 of bonus bucks, and I think now they're doing it to where just everybody gets like $300, no matter like what kind of meal plan you
Okay,
have.
so by meal plans, so I say I want to have a meal plan that gives me 10 meals a week at the Fresh.
Weekly 10.
Weekly 10.
That's what it's called.
Or you could get what, 20?
You can have unlimited
Yeah,
swipes. You
unlimited.
can-
Unlimited
swipes.
swipes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want a snack, you just go in.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's obviously more money
Mhm.
than the weekly 10.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it ranges from the weekly 10 is like 1,000 and something, and the unlimited is like 2,000
Okay. Per semester.
Mhm.
Yeah.
per semester.
And so, and the bonus bucks is they say, okay, you can swipe for $200 of value in food at the various.
So like
places.
Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, Subway, that's where like you can use bonus bucks at. But I
Okay.
know they're changing it next semester where you can use them at like concession stands for like the football
Oh,
games and
interesting.
stuff like that.
Okay.
But like they're still gonna like no matter which one you have the $2,000 plan, you're still gonna get $300 worth of bonus bucks.
Okay.
So
No
a lot of
matter-
students are like
They're
angry-
upset
upset
because they're
about
taking
that.
my bonus bucks.
Mhm.
No matter if you stay on campus or off campus, you still have to pay the $3,000 if you're under the age of 25.
Okay, now that to me seems more interesting. So you have to pay if you're a USM student. What's your perception of the change here? So you have to get a meal plan.
As if you're staying on campus, you have to have a meal.
Okay,
plan.
well I knew that. So if you're staying on campus, you have to have a meal plan. If you're under 25.
Is that-
Okay, so
No, the $300 you automatically get that if you're under the age of 25. You
Gotcha.
have to pay the 300
you have to pay the 300.
to get the 300.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so we need to look into this. This is fascinating. So we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna see if we can unravel this a little more on the other side.
When you or your business sponsors programming on WUSM, you are getting more than recognition for your product. You are also gaining the appreciation of our audience who understands that your sponsorship provides their favorite programming. And research shows that the audience is more likely to patronize your business too. In addition, the cost of sponsoring programming on WUSM is tax deductible. To learn more, call 601-266-4287.
Regresando a la escuela, sí tenía miedo, porque yo tenía pensamientos que no sabía si iba a poder hacerlo.
A los 47 años, Marco obtuvo su high school diploma.
Nunca es muy tarde para obtenerlo.
Nadie obtiene un diploma solo. Si estás pensando en obtener tu high school diploma, puedes recibir ayuda. Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org. Repito, completatudiploma.org. Presentado por la Dollar General Literacy Foundation y el Ad Council.
Okay, we're back. We're trying to dig into this meal plan thing. So maybe we'll try to find something out about this. This is something our student media needs to look into. What it feels like is a surprise $300 increase is what it feels like. So our students are going, hey, what is up with this? Isn't life hard enough that my university is now charging me $300 unexpected dollars on any meal plan? Yeah. So we need to look into that. Our student media, I'm looking at our student media folks. We definitely need to look into that, find out what's going on, and see if we can't unravel that. What else is going on? What else are our students chatting about? What's new? What's news to our students?
I know it's been a lot of talk about Fizz. It's an app that like just came to campus, I think, the beginning of this semester.
What's it called?
Fizz.
Fizz, yes. That's come up several times on the show. Is that Yik Yak has caused a lot of angst and chagrin, but everybody apparently still uses it.
Well, people haven't been using Yik Yak like that. They've been
Yeah.
using like Fizz has been.
So now a lot of it's moved over to Fizz.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so are people still being ugly to each other on Fizz?
I don't think so. Like, because like there's moderators on there, so like even like if somebody do post something ugly, it's like taken down like a few seconds after.
Unlike Yik Yak.
Yes, unlike Yik Yak. So I feel like even though you don't see those negative, it's more positive than the negatives. Like, because I've seen like students have come together just to do like fun things with each other. Like they had like hide and go seek like last night at
Really?
9:30. Like everybody just came together and just played hide and go seek. With
Really?
No, yeah.
So how many people were you out there?
No, I was.
So how do you know how many people actually did it? Were they like posting saying like giving you updates on who's hiding? Okay,
Like,
interesting.
They made a whole map and everything of the campus, like where you should go, where how far you can't go. It was like
Okay.
really cool.
Interesting. Okay, well that's fascinating. So we're chatting about Fizz. Okay, that has come up several times. Anything else? How are we feeling about our baseball team?
I have yet to go to a baseball game
Yeah,
this semester.
you know, I wondered about that. So you have not been to one.
I have not.
I have not been to one either.
Is
Ty, no,
No.
no. Okay, so we're not. Nobody's. Yeah, Lillian's shaking her head no. So we don't have any sports folks here today. So there you go.
I heard they were doing good though.
Well, let me toss a headline or two at you here and see if our USM students care. So this is kind of big. Taylor Swift dropped her Dead Poets Society album, and it turned out to be a double album, as in 31 songs. And so they dropped 15, and then they dropped 16 more.
Oh.
So do our students care?
In the same day.
Next day.
Oh.
Well, I'm getting the looks of you really don't care.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
You don't listen to Taylor Swift? Okay. You don't listen to Taylor Swift?
No, I did when like she was like first like coming out, like I did, but like not now.
Wow. Okay. So you guys are fascinating. Now, other groups on campus are all in. They are Swifties, but you're not a Swiftie.
No.
Okay. What about Cowboy Carter? Are students talking about that? Oh my God.
That name has not come up.
Okay. So Beyonce,
Beyonce.
Cowboy Carter. It's her country album. The first black woman in country history, country music history, to have a #1 country album. Our students are not talking about that?
Oh, they are.
Are they?
They
Okay,
are.
what are they saying?
They're saying that it's the best album that she's produced in a while.
Is it? Are they? Okay.
I like it. I feel like it was a good like branch out for her, because like she's done like other genres of music,
Oh, yeah.
but like I never expected her to do country, you know. And like all her songs are good on there. Like I like the Jolene one.
Jolene is really good. But you know what? Underrated, in my view, is Blackbird. If you haven't listened to Blackbird, go listen to Blackbird. It's just amazing. It'll give you chills. So our students do care about that. Again, I'm not seeing a whole lot of excitement there. So do you guys buy the albums?
No.
I get Apple Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple Music.
So what do you do with Apple Music? How does that work? You download the songs, but you pay for them.
Not necessarily download it. Like you have Apple Music, and like you just pay for like the subscription.
Gotcha.
Like being a student, we get like a student like,
Okay.
and like it's like $5 a month. And
So,
so like,
okay. And you can listen to whatever they have
Yeah.
posted there.
yeah,
Whatever new songs come out, you get access to all. the
So you're
songs.
saying if Taylor Swift is on Apple Music, which she is, you don't care. You're not gonna download her.
I mean, like if it pops up on like our home, like the home page, and like it's like right there,
Yeah,
like it has
yeah,
like
yeah.
all the new songs.
Maybe.
Like yeah, like if I'm just walking, like I'll be like, let me see what this is, you know?
Okay, but definitely more Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. You guys are good. Okay, well that's interesting. So then you won't care about this other headline. So here's a headline from this is actually from a few days ago. Taylor Swift wants you to vote, though she's not saying for whom. So this gets a few days. This was actually more like a week ago now, where Taylor Swift is kind of tiptoeing into advocacy by saying her fans ought to go vote. But now she's not saying yet for whom, which is interesting. She raised a lot of controversy in the last election where she endorsed a U.S. Senate candidate in her home state of Tennessee. So do our students care whether, let's say, Beyonce or Taylor Swift wants you to vote? Does that make a difference to you?
I feel like some students, they take what celebrities say very seriously. So like if Taylor Swift says, "Go do this," they'll do it. Or if Beyonce says, "Go do this,"
Jump off that ledge, Bill.
yeah, they take it very serious. Which is, I'm not saying that's okay, but also you have to have that in mind for yourself as well. Not just because your favorite celebrity said, "Oh, let's go, everybody go run through Walmart."
My thing is to like, it's okay for them to tell you go vote. Like, I mean, everybody has the right to vote. You know, you're a U.S. citizen, but like, do your research first. You know, like, don't just vote for anybody just because they say, "Hey, go vote for blah blah blah."
So should celebrities just shut up?
I mean, yeah,
In a way,
like
I
it's
mean-
okay for them to have their own opinion.
Yeah.
You know, they could say, "Oh, I support da da da," but like, everybody has their own opinion. You know.
So it means no more to you than the next guy's opinion. You don't care if Beyonce says something or somebody else says something.
No, because I feel like at the end of the day, like we have a right to vote and we should vote. We don't need the celebrities telling us, "Oh, go vote,"
Okay.
when you know you should vote. already. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, this is one actually from last night, and I do wonder. I do like to check in with our students occasionally on this issue. So last night there were explosions outside a city in Iran, and these were traced to an attack from Israel. So Israel lobbed some what it looks like drone attacks over to Iran. And this was after Iran had launched a series of missiles at Israel. So are our students following the whole Mideast thing, the whole Gaza, Gaza versus Israel, all that kind of stuff? What are our students thinking about all that? And do we care?
They definitely care, but I haven't heard a lot about it, so I haven't really don't know the whole aspect of everything.
Like, I followed when it was like first starting off, like in the beginning, but like after like a certain point, you know, like it was just like,
It became a
okay,
lot.
it was
Yeah.
just like,
And it can get a little bit like a football game, like,
Yeah.
like this team did that, and then this team did the other thing, and blah, blah, blah. But it really is important. So
Yeah.
that's my argument about basically the news in general is when you see about what's happening between Israel and Iran, it really is a big deal. This is the first time in 50 years that Israel has attacked Iran. Now, they have had, Israel obviously has had a series of conflicts since 1947 when they were created. But this is the first time there has been actual missiles launched at Iran, which is obviously another country. So a lot of folks are looking at this going, is this an escalation in the Middle East? And the reason we might care is, aside from just human beings being at risk, there is, directly affects things like oil prices, which affect what? Ty, what does oil prices mean to you as a student?
gas prices.
There you go. Exactly right. Right. Gas prices. So there's a whole lot of discussion about, as if the conflict in the Middle East starts ramping up, what's that going to do to the gas prices? Which, of course, that's within the context of inflation. So how are our students feeling about the price of things?
Everything expensive now.
Yes.
So you're shaking your head. Give me some examples. What have you noticed that's more expensive now than it was, say, last year?
Gas,
Okay, gas is more expensive. I agree.
food.
So yeah, has they raised the prices in the cafeteria? Do you know?
Yes, they have.
I think they did.
Because last semester, because I stay off campus, and last semester it was $12 for me to go in the cafeteria and eat. And I went like a month ago, and she was like, it was $15.
I think they did raise it. And so yeah, so that's a direct impact on you all. And of course, this whole hey, you got to pay $300 if you want to get your 300 bucks. That's, and they would say, I think, if you were to go ask them, they would say, well, the cost of food is a lot more expensive now than it was last year, right? So so let me ask you this. So if our students are noticing inflation, the cost of goods across the board, gasoline, food, T-shirts, I don't know what our students buy. What do our students buy?
T-shirt. Well, shoes are the big one. honestly.
Shoes? Really?
Shoes.
Yeah.
Really? All I see are Crocs. Aren't they cheap?
Stanley's.
Oh, Stanley's? Okay. All right.
Crocs went up too, because I
Did
remember
they?
I remember Crocs used to be like $20,
Now, what are they now?
like $60, like $54.
Wow, you're not getting much for $60.
It's just plastic.
Just plastic. I know. It's just plastic. It's not even attractive plastic, is it? Yeah, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah, but all of our students are wearing Crocs. Sarah, Grace, are you wearing Crocs?
They're my shower shoes.
Oh,
but they're
what are you
like
wearing right now? What are you wearing right now?
Tennis shoes. I don't
Tennis
miss
shoes.
them.
Okay, there you go. So all of this stuff is how we live. Does that affect who you want to be president?
Meaning, like, inflation, does it affect who I want to vote for?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. If they could show like a plan of how to end it, because like I feel like a lot of presidents, like, they've showed plans, but like they've never happened. Like
There's a whole lot of words and not a lot of
Yeah.
action. Okay.
it's like, you told us this when you was running. 4 years later, it's still not
Where's
here.
it at?
So
Interesting.
I feel
Well,
like
there's a lot of chatter about the Joe Biden is underwater a little bit in the polls, and because of things like inflation, right? So we're going to take a break, and we will be back. Maybe pick up a little bit on politics.
Southern Miss Radio and T-Bone's Records and Cafe team up to bring you the pick of the litter. That's a new CD we both think is significant and worthy of support. When you purchase the pick of the litter at T-Bone's Records and Cafe, you are not only getting a great new CD at a discount, but part of your price goes to Southern Miss Radio. Support your community radio station and partake in great music at the same time. Hot dog! The pick of the litter is the great new record from Hotline TNT, Cartwheel, featuring the shoegazer power pop of the song I Thought You'd Change. Southern Miss Radio, T-Bone's Records and Cafe pick of the litter. Great music at a discount to help Southern Miss Radio.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ed Simpson, Director of the School of Media and Communication at USM. Join me on Southern Miss Radio Friday afternoons at 12:30 for a new show, News You Need. On News You Need, USM students will discuss current events and why those events are important to them. Listen in on how the future citizens of the U.S. consider news and how those news events affect their lives. Join me for News You Need, Fridays at 12:30 on Southern Miss Radio. Okay, we are back, and this idea of politics, inflation, war in the Middle East, all that kind of stuff we're chatting about with our USM students. And it is difficult, isn't it, to stay abreast of what's going on in the world when you're a student? That's because you guys have jobs, probably? Both of you have. Are you working anywhere?
I have an on-campus job at the military center.
Oh, do you? Okay, excellent. Ty, you work anywhere this semester? Here in the Student Media Center? Yeah.
And for the speaking center.
And the speaking, yeah. And you're also going to school full time and all that kind of stuff, right? So, here's my argument. I'm not sure anybody ever buys it. But the argument is that spend 15 minutes a day with the New York Times homepage, Mississippi Today, which is the best state news going on. Check in on student media, SM2, and you will be the smartest person at the party, and you'll always have something to talk about. That's my argument. Nobody buys it, but that's my argument. Okay, so politics. Are our students engaged yet in politics? Is it too long before the presidential election?
Honestly, with school and stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of students aren't paying as close attention as we should be, because I know I'm not, because of
I will tell you, you are in good company. Very few students, in my experience, are actually paying attention right now.
I mean, I hear things and I read things, but also like I'm not as in tune as I should be, which is because school, but also because I don't take the time out to find that time to do the research and actually read it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is okay. You're not alone, but that is a habit I would urge everybody to get into.
I would pretty much agree with her because of like school and stuff. I'm not really in tune, but like most of the things like I hear from like my parents or like grandparents and stuff. So like they'll be like whatever they watch on the news, they'll like tell me like, guess what I saw on the news, like blah 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 blah. You know, that's really like where I hear like most of like the big stuff, like the stuff that's like gonna change like how we live our day-to-day lives. But yeah, that's mostly how
I hear that a lot, actually, that the number one news source for our students is often their parents. You know, so and I think that's fine, except you are getting relatively old people news. That would be my argument. Is, you know, old people are going to read old people news. So if you guys want to kind of check in on what's going on with your cohort, you know, check it out for yourself occasionally. So speaking of which, there is a major trial going on right now that the media is kind of obsessed with. They're reporting on every day. Donald Trump is on trial for criminal charges on the hush money case. Are our students following that at all? Does it ring a bell with you guys?
I mean, like I remember like when they like first started.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like how the other subject we was talking about, like the football game, like
Yeah.
it's just like
keep getting dragged.
it's just dragged out.
Yeah, I got you. Well, no, I agree. So they are. No, I don't disagree with you. I do check in on it every day because I'm just a kook about that kind of thing. But they so the trial's not yet formally started, but they have picked 12 jurors, and so now they need 6 alternates. And they expect opening arguments, which is the beginning of the trial, to happen Monday or Tuesday. So that's going to be interesting, but it's not on television. So you can't watch it, so you have to read about it or watch the TV summaries of it. So our students I'm feeling they're not really engaged in the whole Donald Trump thing.
I don't think so, because it's kind of like they had a trial. It was a Johnny Depp one.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody was engaged to that one.
Interesting.
Because you can actually watch it. I feel like a lot of people won't be as engaged because you can't watch it and see how it's going on in court.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And there was a lot of discussion about that. And would that really change anything if you could watch it televised? And I think it would. So, okay. Well, thank you all very much. But another great show. This is a production of Southern Miss Student Media. Our producer is Lillian Scott. Thank you, Lillian. Our engineer is Triderica Winters. And our videographer is Elena Petleski. We'll be back next week.
This has been News You Need with Dr. Ed Simpson. News You Need airs Friday afternoon at 12:30 on Southern Miss Radio.